At this hour, our democracy is under an unprecedented assault, unlike anything we've seen in modern times.
We're seeing protesters overcome the police. The police are now running back.
An assault on the citadel of liberty, the Capitol itself.
They broke the glass. Everybody stay down.
This temple to democracy was desecrated. These were rioters and insurrectionists, goons and thugs, domestic terrorists. They do not represent America.
This is not dissent, it's disorder, it's chaos. And it must end now. The words of a president matter. At their best, the words can inspire. At their worst, they can incite.
I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. We will never give up. We will never concede.
This mob was in good part President Trump's doing, incited by his words, his lies.
Stolen by emboldened radical left Democrats, stolen by the fake news media.
This election were overturned by mere allegations from the losing side, our democracy would enter a death spiral.
I call on President Trump to go on national television now to fulfill his oath and defend the Constitution, and demand an end to this siege.
I know your pain. I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us.
This is our mother.
I know how you feel, but go home and go home in peace.
We stormed into the chambers inside, and there was a young lady who rushed through the windows. A number of police and Secret Service were saying, get back, get down, get out of the way. She didn't heed the call, and they shot her in the neck. And she fell back on me and started saying she was fine at school. And then she started kind of like moving weird. I don't know if she's alive or dead anymore.
The person who was shot earlier at the Capitol has lost her life.
Today's reminder, a painful one, that democracy is fragile, and to preserve it requires people of goodwill, leaders of the courage to stand up, who are devoted not to the pursuit of power, but to the common good.
To those who wreaked havoc in our Capitol today, you did not win. Violence never wins. Freedom wins. And this is still the people's house.
The United States Senate will not be intimidated.
A shameful assault was made on our democracy. It cannot, however, deter us from our responsibility to validate the election of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
I am genuinely shocked and saddened that our nation, so long the beacon of light and hope for democracy, has come to such a dark moment.
We will be part of a history that shows the world what America is made of.
The world's watching.
You just feel like you're watching a bad movie, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is clearly unhinged. The fact that he refuses to allow this peaceful transfer of power, in my mind, makes him a criminal.
Yep.
But everyone around him who's enabled him over the course of his presidency, I mean, Mike Pence has been loyal to him for 4 years. There was no thanks to Pence today from Trump. So all of those people who've allowed this to happen, it was always going to end like this.
Yeah.
Even still, it's so awful to watch this great Western democracy just completely collapse.
Yeah, look, the numbers on it are extraordinary. We've just had the vote for Pennsylvania, similar to Arizona. Arizona, it was 122 people in the House of Representatives still voted in favour of the Donald Trump attempt here to stifle all of this. For Pennsylvania, with the new votes, it's risen to 138, but it did still fail because there were 282 on the other side of it. So now all that they're waiting for there in the Capitol is the actual official vote, which will deliver no further avenues for Donald Trump to be able to stymie this, him or his supporters, other than his eternal dummy spit.
I mean, I just don't know how the US is going to, waltz around the world telling other countries how to do democracy when they clearly don't have a handle on their own.
Joe Biden's got a big job ahead of him.
He does.
From expert opinions to in-depth analysis and reporting, the Project YouTube brings you the biggest stories from Australia and around the globe. Hit the subscribe button now for news delivered straight to your feed.